What's up, my people? All right, today we're down at the Hook Mountain Yacht Club, which is kind of cool. It's basically just a pier, little mooring field, and it's our boy Randy. He may have been in a video before, I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to be doing a Renogy 100 watt 10 amp controller install on his boat today. Super simple, guys. Really great kit. I'll leave a link to it down below in the comments. I'll leave it. There's always a bunch of links down there, stuff that I think's cool. But anyway, I'll leave a link to it. And yeah, I'll show you how easy this is. This is like, well, I haven't ever done it on a 27, which is what he has, but it's on a 30. It'd take you maybe 20, 30 minutes, or at least it take me 20, 30 minutes because I've done a few of them now. So maybe it'd take you an hour. But yeah, check it out. Here we go. What's going on, my people? 2024 and a whole new season. I'm going to be keeping this season going as long as I possibly can. I've got so many different things going on and so many different boat projects that I cannot wait to bring you videos on. If there's something that you're looking to do or need help with a project, I implore you to reach out. Facebook or Instagram, I will respond. This year, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with the kids. We're going to be doing a lot of boat projects with the kids, but we're also going to be traveling with the boat. We're going to be playing with the new high field. We're going to be exploring all new sorts of places, but at the end of it all, we're going to be doing what we do best, which is the projects. So, boat drinks for everyone, and cheers to you and the water. All right, y'all. So this is the Take 5 Catalina 27, and that's the Randy. Again, we just showed you him before. So one of the first things we're going to have to figure out is where he's going to want to keep his panel. You know how I put mine out only when I'm using it. And this is really the only real estate we have here. The cool thing is we do have that little eyelet, or a little D-ring, so we can tie to that, or he can tie to his grab rail here when needed. But let's go inside. We'll have a gander, see where we're going to put this bad girl, and yeah, again, very, very, very quick install. All right, it is hot as hot could be in here today. Nice rainstorm we had. Anyway, this is what's going to come with this 100 watt kit. You're going to wind up with 2 battery connectors. They're both black. All right. You're going to wind up with your 10 amp Voyager, and then your connectors for your panel, and then your panel itself. You can make this as easy as hard as you want. I recommend making it just easy and going straight with these to the battery, running them back to your controller, and then we do the little, you know, fun part with little connectors on the end. So we'll get to that right now. What we're thinking, what Randy wants to do here is, this is the port side of the boat. He has a little quarter berth here. All of his electronics come back to right here. So we should be able to, in theory, follow this path with the 2 wires to connect to the battery, and then we're probably going to go right here. So we'll have to drill one hole to bring the wires through, and that's it. And then screw her on. It's good to go. It will look something like, sorry people, the life of a YouTuber. Probably put it right back here, so it'll look something like that. We gotta put one hole underneath, right around here, to run the wiring that will bring to that. Okay. So super easy. Wow, it is hot. All right, so we got Randy down in his cave. And I will say, for a 27,
my spider hole,
the power is going to come down into this void right here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to enlarge a hole on the side and then push the wires down. Hey, you want to get it? It's recording. So we're going to enlarge that hole, and then we will hand snake this. I will say, if you had a snake like from Home Depot, this would be a super quick project, but we're just gonna make ourselves miserable and do this the way it's not supposed to be done. Still not gonna take very long. So while he's getting all that ready, I have opened up our 2 battery cables. I'm gonna be marking one of them with white, and that will be our positive, and I'll be leaving the other one black. And
I have a snake too, I just didn't bring it.
I didn't even think to bring mine either. I'm just so used to the 30 where it's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty easy.
No, we'll just push them through, we'll be good to go. So far the hardest part was finding the path. So right now what I'm gonna do is just prep these up, and we'll be good to go in a minute. Now we're only doing 1 battery today, guys. He wants just put the 100 watts onto his house battery. He was using one of those cheap like Harbor Freight units for the longest time, and the problem with those little 10-watt panels is the controller goes bad, and then it will just start throwing tons of amperage or the wrong voltage in and fry your battery real quick. So those things are great, but I would put a meter on it every now and again just to verify that it's still pushing the correct voltage, because I've seen them destroy at my job hundreds of batteries, and I mean that. Like, hundreds of batteries over my career have been destroyed because of those little panels. All right, let me get working on this. All right, so what we did here was we marked one with white. He wanted to go to ground with white, perfectly fine with me. The black one's going to be hot, and these are running, following the existing path back to the battery, his house battery only. So now we have these here, and the cool thing is, guys, I just realized I don't have to drill any holes. He has a little gap here, so can't really see it, and I'm doing this all with one hand, but there's the wires. So we're just going to come right up now, and sorry, there we go. We can just come right up in, and we don't have to drill anything. Much easier. Hey guys, real quick, so we're using a standard yellow fork. Problem is, they don't fit in, so you have to bend them a little bit. There we go. So right now Randy's bending them. I'm going to go ahead and crimp this one on. Again, I highly recommend you get ratcheting crimpers. They're going to get you to the exact, torque you need, so to speak. So keep an eye on that. We're doing the next one, which is the plain black. Again, if you guys aren't comfortable with a color convention, this is your boat if you're doing it too, so you do whatever makes you happy. You could use pink if you want, who cares? Just do whatever makes you happy. Perfect. All right, so this side is done. Now again, all we did was just basically crimp on 2 fork connectors, and now they'll come in here. And we're doing the battery first. I can't see, so what I'm going to do is just loosen up right here where it says battery, positive and negative. And we're doing negative with white. Put that in, tighten her up. Now, you don't have to use these connectors. On my boat, I've had a lot of issues where everything would just sort of pull out after playing with it. So I highly recommend doing that. All right, so now we got positive and negative hooked up. Now what we need to do is hook up the other side to the battery so we can configure the panel.
Here's 2.
Perfect. We'll need those for, I guess do that in a minute. Those are going to be for the solar side. All right, y'all. So we decided he wants to keep this live while he's on vacation. So the panel is right here. Hopefully you can see it. We're going to power cord that on like I do mine. And how we're going to keep the wires in for now is we're going to come down the channel, up and around, and then in through the hatch, so he's not dealing with other hatches. So what I do real quick is I've marked the negative here white in 2 spots. I'm going to go ahead and cut this right here, and I'm going to put a quick connect on. So all he has to do when he wants to connect these is just connect these 2 ends. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this, I'm going to cut the other one, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on here so we can then mount that and then put the quick connect on, and we're done. That's how simple this is. If you're going to permanently attach this, that's something different, right? So if you're going to keep this on totally permanent, what you would do is you need an arch or a spot where it's going to stay, and then egress into the cabin itself. And a lot of people will come through their stanchions and then down and over. This is not that video. So if you're looking to learn how to do that, this video is not for you. This is just for a weekender or a light cruiser when you need some extra power. Again, my boat, I have 200 watts. He's going to have 100. This is a great system, very inexpensive, but let's just get this finished so we can go over the whole thing at the end. Giggity, giggity, giggity. All right, so the connectors that I'm using are just number 10s, right? So they're yellows. You got female and male. These work fine. I will say, I've already told Randy, you want to get a better Anderson connector, and you can go back in my videos to the solar stuff and see when I switched that over the winter. And I'll see if I can't find a link to the better Anderson connector as well. But these work fine for temporary, and this is what it is right now. All right, so hopefully these will probably not, because I didn't bring real wire cutters, but if they don't, we have another set. Ah, got it. Okay. Man, Harbor Freight tools are the best. There's one end. That's actually a little bit long, so I'm going to trim that down. Better. Sorry.
All right.
And now the next end, I don't really want that much. That's, what about that? A little bit more. A little bit more. Perfect. Just pull off the little excess. Gonna use Harbor Freight. All right, so now we got these. So what we need to do now is, we knew that this is our negative. That's the way he wants to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and crimp on my connector that will go to the panel. And we're gonna push that. If you don't know, just push it till you can't anymore, or till you can see it. Give that a proper crimp. And now my arthritis is kicking in. All right, so this piece is done. And hold that right there. Now I need my male connector. Hold on. A little bit more. I might need, this real quick. I don't like how that's stripped out. One quick connect down. And come to this side, and I actually didn't like it with the low amount of stripping on there, so I'm going to go this, make this one a little bit bigger as well. So we're giving it that much. Again, this is temp. When we get him the real Anderson connector, I will come back down and help him swap those over. Although, this man is a pilot. He hasn't even brought it up yet. All right. We have our ends connected. So I need to just now connect this. And by the way, this is how simple this is. Done. When he's done, pulls it apart. And that's it. So he doesn't have to keep everything on. We'll show you how I finish this when I get the other one done. And Randy's looking for some screws. But now I have it disconnected. You can see his batteries are about half. Well, may not be able to read that. You do hold down this button, people, until it starts to blink what type of battery, and then use the top to get to what you get. So you want to put it not lithium ion, you want to make it say not gel, flooded, sorry. So put it to flooded, make sure it's on 12 volts, and you're good to go. But now we're just going to screw this in, and yeah, you're good to go. All right, y'all. So this is done. So we have our wires coming up and in. We're going to actually change this hardware out to something smaller, or put some protectors on it for him. You've got your two quick connects, which we're going to change to make something a little bit nicer with the better Anderson connectors. And you can do it any way you want, but that's just how I recommend it. Now there's not much sun right now, so he's pulling in almost an amp. It's not going to give us kilowatt hours yet. 12.7 volts coming off the panel though into the battery, and you can see how the battery, if you can see how it's going up and down. So he is charging. So he's just basically going to leave it like this. And I'm going to climb up because the ladder is out. So it'll sit like that, tied on, come around, down and in. And we just have it hooked up just to his house battery, as you can see. So there's the connectors right there, positive and negative. And pretty simple, very, very simple. Yeah, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to hit me up. We can go over this. I think the cost of the system is like $200 or something like that. $250. I don't know. I'll put a link below if I can find it. Highly recommend it. So not bad. Anyway, cool guys. Let me know. Smash that like and subscribe and stuff. And there's some geese for you. Try to give you random animals at the end of every video.